And it's recording.
Yep. Okay, so my name is Haley, and I'm going to be showing you the before and after I go on point. This first video will be of me just stretching and doing my normals to show you my arch and how I get my arch better and how I strengthen my arch. So one of the first things people learn is to do relevés. Relevés are very simple.
Feet.
And so, first of all, I see a lot of people, they tend to sickle. And sickling is when they go up on relevé and then they turn the outer side of their ankle outward. And that's really bad. You want to turn it inward. And so this is a correct relevé. But usually you wouldn't do it on one foot unless you've been into more lessons than beginners, like intermediate point, or not point, beginner's point. And so first of all, a relevé just goes like this, and as you see, I'm not out, but I'm in. It's really hard to see on the side, so that would be your first. But the way this strengthens your ankle is a lot different than the way that a usual stretch would be. First of all, a relevé strengthens this part, and this part. But sometimes you need to stretch those before you even can strengthen them. So first of all, you need to go up onto your point, and then you go down. So your toes are under, and then your feet are straight up. So then it stretches this part and the top of your toes up here. This is what helps you a lot. And then this way stretches these, and you can stretch the back of your foot right here to make your arch prettier. And it makes this part farther go forward. So let's say you don't have very flexible feet. There are some people who have this amazing floor point, but if you don't, that's okay. There's ways to get there. But first, floor point isn't always the best. So a lot of people don't have floor point, they're very rare. But one way to actually get farther into your point is actually putting your heel on your shin and turning the foot in, the supporting foot in, and so your ankle goes farther. But don't do this, do this. But in point shoes, you don't have to worry about turn out because the point shoes on the platform, they're a little angled, so you will go like this way instead of turning out. So that is a really perfect relevé ankle stretching. But one way is to get more flexible feet and make this part of your foot stronger. You pull up right here, and it makes the top part of your ankle stronger, which is very vital. And so, first of all, this is just my relaxed foot. It's just very flat and neutral. But then when I pull up, you can see these veins, not the veins, the muscle comes out. So you don't see my muscle or tendon right here. Then when I pull up, you see it. And it's a very hard, you can't be relaxed if you're not pulling it up right. And don't try to scrunch your toes. Try to just pull them up. Don't try to get your heel or your toes off the ground. But this will make your arch go farther and also help you build the strength that you need. So first of all, to do this third stretch is to actually have your feet parallel, and then you take the non-supporting leg up and around, and then you place your toes as close to your heel as possible, and then you just do like this little miniature plie. And you see how that arches my foot, and you don't have to worry about sickling here because your supporting leg will actually turn it out for you. See them right here? You can't, it's really hard to actually sickle like this because your heel will be in the way. So you really just try to go forward on that one. So then, I see a lot of people actually who are wondering if they can go on point, go do this. They go up, but then once they get into a comfortable position, they start to lean out a little bit like this. That's not right. You have to be more on this joint right here, this big toe joint, than on the sides of your foot. I had that problem too when I first started because I did this thing that didn't really work out too well. And it was this.
Wait, how come it says?
Huh?
Why does it say pause?
Oh, that's okay. It's still going.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, malfunction. Actually going like this because I would actually go like this, then go in. So that was one of my major problems. So try to actually turn your foot out. But if you're wondering about turnout, I had a lot of turnout trouble. So this way, don't do it like this to help you turn out, because sometimes when you do it this way, it scratches your toes and it makes your sickle instead of doing the opposite. So what I recommend is doing like this little cow thing. In yoga, it's called a cow pose. So then I'm not that flexible in my hips, so my leg is obviously up higher. But you try to get your foot to touch the ground. I have some pretty good turnout for my age, but if you're not flexible enough to do that, you can just go like this. Some people can't do the middle splits, so they may not be able to go this far. So they're going to be like this, and that won't exactly help you. So another way is if you're pretty flexible, you can just turn one leg in. Some people put their leg actually under, so it gets more of a stretch in the back of your hip. But I usually do it this way or this way. I would prefer doing it this way because it's much easier to lean down. So when you lean down, you try to have your knees parallel and not turned out. So you have your knees parallel, then you point, and then you pull your foot over. And you try to keep one of your leg, like your shin, in the same place. This helps a lot, but you will get cramps when you do it, like I'm getting one now, because you're putting your foot in a new position, and it's not strong enough to hold that position yet, so then that's why you get cramps. Cramps just make you stronger. That's the only thing they do in ballet. So this is my point. My feet are ready for ballet, and I am having cramps right now, and they are quite painful, but you actually kind of have to live through it, and they help you a lot. And to stop the cramps, you just lift your toes up and they go away. That's what I've learned. Like, I usually get cramps right here, right over my big toe, because I use this toe constantly in ballet, and the less I use this toe, the more cramps you get. But when I do this, like if I stretch and then I do some certain stretches that will help me, and one day this part right here will start cramping up, and it's not very good, and I think that a lot of people have that. So back to your point. If you can't do it forward like I did, you can do it in the middle. Like you can just go like this, and you don't have to stretch so far, and so then you can just point. See, and then you can just twist outwards. What I don't recommend doing is that I see a lot of people actually do this, and this doesn't help because it actually makes your ankles turn in, because it hurts this joint right here, and you try to relieve the pressure on these joints. So all it does is just make you sickle, and it doesn't really stretch your foot. You will get a good stretch in here, but it won't last very long. And so that's just one of the problems I see a lot of people seeing. If you were trying to do this, I recommend being really flexible and be really stretched out, and probably be a Russian ballerina, because they do the most craziest things I've ever seen, and do the most amazing, and they do this insane stretches.
There's an orange thing flashing by the time. Have you almost filled the card?
I don't think so, because I only have, I deleted all the videos before this.
Well, something's flashing orange right by the time.
Oh, that just means it's recording.
Oh, alrighty.
Yeah, I should probably make a new one. I'll just,
So stop this one?
yeah.
How do you stop?
Button.